Hi, listen, now I'm gonna talk about movie critics, and I'm gonna have to say that even though most of them are really funny, and the way they talk about movies is ingenious sometimes, but it's not always ingenious. Okay, sometimes it's completely retarded and I mean, there's no point in analyzing a movie the way they analyze it. I'm gonna give some examples, okay, and I'm gonna bring some other material in this video to really give you guys some advice, okay, in analyzing a movie and. In the way movies should be like fairly analyzed, because that's the thing. I mean, a movie is a very complex thing, okay, and there are so many dimensions that should be studied separately, okay, to really make sure you don't look stupid when you make a video. I should start by saying that analyzing a movie is certainly not like making a movie. Okay, it's much harder to make a movie. Why? Because there are so many things that especially a movie director has to deal with that are not necessarily in he cannot have control over everything that a movie needs to be made. Okay, which is in a way the reason why movie directors are known for being stressful and arrogant. In the way they tell every person involved in the movie. Okay, what to do, right? Because unless you have some sort of cable that connects your brain to someone else's brain, it's not really it's not easy, okay, to make a person think the same as you, okay, because directing a movie is basically what you have in your mind, you make it real, okay, you make people see what you have, some sort of projector, okay, that somehow connects to your brain. So something that I really see with critics is that they waste so much time talking about stuff that nobody cares about, okay. That's one thing. And the second thing, they are being so hard with movies that are bad, that are known for being bad, but have got some aspects that make them okay, And something else is, so many people think that just analyzing a movie and just talking, saying all the bad, everything that's bad with the movie, makes it their video is going to be much more entertaining than the movie itself, okay. That's the thing. You can still be funny, okay, and not not say that movie is bad as a whole, okay. There are some aspects, there are some good aspects that you can address more more in detail, okay. Some movie critics, okay, that when they analyze a movie, they analyze it not only fairly but in a professional way. But now it seems like almost everyone is able to do a review. Maybe I'll be doing some in the future, but I'm not gonna do it in a way that's that's completely unfair. That the ones I see now, it's crazy. It seems like everyone feels that they got not only the talent, okay, but they also got the right scope that allows them to watch a movie and really study it in a way that's that you can learn something from it, okay. So many people actually it doesn't always feel that these people have some sort of degree or something that allows them to say that to know cinema in a way that they actually make you believe they know. Now, of course, there are those guys who are really good at analyzing a movie. Because why? Because I mean, not only they're funny, okay, but when they analyze an aspect, okay, of a movie, all right, or a scene or something, they also talk about the impact, okay, of that scene or that that aspect of the movie on the rest of it. Because liking or not liking a movie is about the feeling that you're gonna have in the end, okay, once once you sit through the movie. Now, the first example of a movie that I watched so many reviews about, okay, is The Room. All right. Now, this movie, I mean, I read so many backstories about the movie, and like I said, I mean, I watched many reviews. But sometimes, I mean, listen, I didn't watch this movie, okay, and I don't know, like for some reason I couldn't find it, but whatever. Like. There are some things in this movie that I find a little more interesting, but to really make it as if this movie was like so much something that's major that people need to talk about over and over. And like the movie itself looks more like a joke than a movie that you really are gonna analyze it in a way that it doesn't represent the movies that most people talk about, okay. And like I know it's kind of weird to have a movie like this that cost like I think $6 million to make, and some actually, so there are many different facts, okay, about the movie, like saying that this movie has been made just because of some bullshit about leather jackets. I mean, I read about the guy like Tommy Wiseau who made this movie, okay, and to begin with, he was wealthy enough to actually throw that much money, okay, into it. So because you gotta admit, all right, nobody. I mean, I don't know, maybe some people, okay, like it doesn't matter how much passion you have in making something. You can't just make like $6 million, okay, and the first thing that comes into your mind is to make a movie. So some people feel more comfortable about wasting that much money, okay, on a movie because they got the money to do it, alright. But this movie, I mean, especially the way it looks, like visually, I just can't believe that 2003 was the year this movie was released. I mean, watching this movie feels more like I don't know, 1997 maybe. So yeah, I mean that's one example, okay, of a movie that so many people talk about, okay, but it so many different aspects come back. Every person talks about the same thing about the movie. Now there are two other examples, okay, of movies that visually match have the same problem as The Room, okay. That's Samurai Cop, okay, and okay, I'm gonna talk later about the other movie, but the Samurai Cop, I mean, being a 1991 movie, I think. Visually, it looks a lot like 1970 something. Okay, that's it's like it looks like a movie from 1971 or maybe even older than that. Okay, and another movie that's quite recent actually is Birdemic: Shock and Terror, which is I think 2008, and I mean. Many people also analyze this movie as in the same way as The Room, okay, saying all kinds of bullshit that you're gonna maybe have to you can accept hearing all that stuff when you talk about another movie that's more serious and doesn't feel like a joke and a complete waste of everything actually, okay? Because visually, you gotta admit, this doesn't look like 2008 or anything like it, okay? So yeah, I mean to talk about it, but I mean don't just feel like a broken record, okay? Like Super Mario Brothers, for example, okay? Now look, this movie is certainly not a masterpiece, and I mean it's far from it, but to really say like this is something that's so annoying to watch, that's going too far, right? Because it was like a failed attempt at actually it's the first video game movie to my recollection, okay? And they really like took something that was popular, okay, but very hard to adapt into a movie. So I mean, listen, you get three aspects, okay? First of all, that's the first video game adaptation to a movie. Second, it's something that's hard to really make it to a movie, and third, it's really like it was popular at that time, okay? Because the franchise was, I think, started actually like around 10 years before the movie was released, and bam, they realized that after all the different adaptations of books or cartoons, let's do it for a game, okay? But watching this movie, okay, I don't think it's really like could be considered something extremely annoying and a big disaster, because there are some movies that you could consider a disaster, right? Actually, if you remember this video, okay, where I talk about how the different video games, okay, that were adapted to movies and failed completely, okay. Listen, I think if you watch this video, you're gonna get my point, okay. There's a big challenge, all right, in making a movie that you need to keep into account, okay, because this is really like something that it's going so far to do something, to add like some stuff to material, okay, that just doesn't have it. That's really like to make my point, because a movie most of the time is about opinion, okay, and to really like see so many reviews about the same damn movie scattered all over YouTube or any other website, that people like say the stuff that looks different, but in the end means exactly the same. It becomes annoying after a while, okay. So yeah, I mean that's really like opinion. I mean you gotta watch a movie in a way that you gotta respect, especially, okay, the backstory and the fact that it's a movie, that this movie was not made by you, it was made by someone else, and there were like many different things that surrounded the production, okay, that made it a little more challenging to make than you think it was. Now there are those movies, okay, that I mean people really like, but I don't know what's the reason for that, because I watched them, and there's no way that you can have any kind of pleasure watching these films, because I mean they're just so unpleasant to watch. I mean it's something that I'm really wondering, okay, what makes these movies good at some people's eyes. The first example is going to be a movie that I think was released in 1981, and that's Evil Dead, the first one, okay. If you look here, okay, that's the page from Rotten Tomatoes. 95%? Are you fucking kidding me? Man, seriously, I watched this movie, okay, the acting, horrible, the effects, atrocious, okay, and I mean even for a low budget movie from the early 1980s, you could make something better, it's possible. And I mean, if you couldn't, go for something else than a horror movie, because I know that this movie is the first movie in a trilogy, okay, and the two next movies were much better, So yeah, I mean, crazy. It's really, really bad. I cannot watch this movie more than once. Okay, I mean, I watched it the second time and it felt like a challenge, you know. Anyway, another movie that for some reason some people like is the 1995 movie with Adam Sandler. That's Billy Madison. The big problem with this movie is that it has so many jokes that are more like made for adults, okay, and some other that are made for kids, and they put it together, and the lines are extremely lousy, and I mean, I like so many movies with Adam Sandler are really great in the 90s, but this one is really, really bad. But in the meantime, I understand that, you know, that's just opinion, you know. So these people, I mean, I respect what maybe they have to say good about a movie, but to really see how different could someone's scope be from somebody else's scope is really something that blows my mind, okay? And it kind of like defeats the purpose of doing a review about a movie. But if you're gonna see like other kinds of movies that are really like overproduced, okay, like for example, there are some examples that come into my mind, okay, like for example, Batman and Robin, okay, for example, right? Let's say movies like Showgirls, okay, or Gigli, or some movies that we like. I watch many reviews, and I mean, yeah, these movies. I mean, it's almost like what people were thinking, okay, when they made these movies, because they're so poor in every single aspect, okay, and what's even worse, they are made by people who are well known for making very, very good movies before and even after. I also watched some other videos that are actually funny, okay, about you know, people who watch a movie and pretend knowing and finding everything that's wrong about that movie, okay, in a certain amount of minutes. Listen, from my experience watching movies, okay, a movie, if you want to know what's wrong about a movie, okay, just watch it, okay, because everything is wrong about movies, okay. There's nothing that really like makes sense. I mean, if you're gonna analyze each detail about a movie, you're gonna probably find like lots of mistakes to even count. All right. Another hilarious thing I find among movie critics is that some of them are so friggin' lazy. Okay, they don't even bother to find out the names of the actors who play in different movies that they criticize. And I mean, how ridiculous is that? So instead of just like telling the name of the actor, they're like, oh, that guy from this movie, or that guy from that movie, or anyway. I mean, listen, guys. Use internet to post videos. Use it to do some research. I mean, it's gonna take what, a couple of seconds to at least like find out the names of the actors, because this is really ridiculous. I mean, come on, you do a job, do it all the way, you know. Okay, so here's what I had to say, alright? I mean, I know, I understand that, I mean, opinion is important, okay? But you gotta keep in mind something that is that as much as people respect your work, respect other people's work, alright? Especially when so much money, like millions of dollars, is on the line, okay?